Hello my nectarines, Nono here, and I'm back with another video. Today we are doing the ever so viral fruit nails, and I got tagged in these so much over on my TikTok. If you know what I'm talking about, here's a little snippet. This video is by XO. I might be pronouncing it wrong, but these nails look so good. I could not wait to recreate these. So because today's video is a nail art one, I quickly just popped on some full cover tips, and as you can see, we are wasting no time. We are starting with the thumbnail, which is the Kiwi nail. I did a lot of color mixing just so I get the right amount of color and coverage. It was hectic, so I do want to apologize in advance. I'm not going to be showing you guys how I got to mix the colors. As you can see on my palette, it's lots of greens in there, and I finally got the shade that I wanted. I ended up going in with 2 coats, and then I cured in my lamp for 60 seconds. Now to do the inner part of the Kiwi, I just mixed a little bit of a khaki-ish shade with some white. I am using a pinching tool with a little bit of and I cut up my makeup sponge, and I'm going to do sort of like an aura effect using this. It's quite effective. The only thing is it's quite tedious. You have to work with a lot of layers if you want it to look really nice. So altogether I ended up going in with 4 layers. I would dab, cure, dab, cure, dab, cure. I know it's a lot, but it paid off at the end. Please look at how nice my little aura is. Hey, I told you guys the dab cure technique works, and you don't need an airbrush, which is awesome. So now I'm going to add a little bit more detail. I'm taking my liner brush and I'm creating little like lines coming from the center or coming from the aura, and this is basically like the little membranes that a kiwi fruit would have, and I did this all around the aura, and just to make sure that all of them are kind of cohesive and they are like equally spaced in between each other. It doesn't really matter, you guys, like just go nuts, just flick away and it works out. I ended up not liking how harsh some of the lines were, specifically on the aura itself, so I'm grabbing a clean fluffy brush and I'm dabbing those lines away, and this worked perfectly, you guys. Now I wanted to add extra detailing just to make it pop and look more realistic. I'm using a darker green and I'm going in between the lines, and I'm just shading the green in between there, making it look more realistic and basically making it look more delicious. At this point, I was actually looking at an image of a kiwi fruit. I was curious to see how the seeds lay. So I noticed some are big, some are small, some are right next to each other, some are on top of each other. And the important thing is just to make sure they don't touch the center of the aura. So that's exactly what I did. I'm using the smallest dotting tool I have and just some pure black gel polish, and they turned out amazing. I quickly sealed everything with my 9-wipe top coat just in case I ruin all my hard work. And then we're going to head into adding the final details on this nail. I went off camera and I added a little bit of green around the edge, and then I am applying a thin layer of brown to mimic the outside like shelly thingamabob of a kiwi or the outside skin. I don't know why I'm saying shell, the outside skin. And I had to custom mix this brown just to get it right, and I really am happy that I went with a little bit of green. It just gave it a nice little pop. The reference video I showed you guys in the beginning, she used flocking powder to give it like that hairiness. I decided to just go in with some clear acrylic powder, and just to make it more matter on the outside and more shiny in the inside. I was hoping to make it look realistic, and this is the final nail, you guys. I'm so happy with how this turned out. This was my first trial. Love it. Moving right along to the index finger, I'm using this beautiful mauvey nude from Brawn Pretty. I struggle to say Born Pretty so much. I always want to say Brawn Pretty. But yes, from Born Pretty, and I love this shade so much. It's so pretty. I decided to go in with 2 coats, and then I cured in my lamp for 60 seconds. Now, you guys know every time I have to do a colorful aura, I'm reaching for my pigment powders. They're easy to blend, and they always give me a great color payoff. But the most important thing, they give that airbrush look without all the hassle. I quickly grabbed the pink one. It did what it needed to do, and I was very happy. Now it's time to add the blueberries. Oh my goodness, I enjoyed creating these blueberries so much, you guys. I'm using solid glue gel, rolled it up into little balls, and then I cured in my lamp for 60 seconds. Once I was done with this part, I then added the tiny little details at the top, which is the little, is it like a stem? But yes, the head of the I'm just like exposing myself today. But yes, the head of a blueberry, and you just take a smaller solid glue gel, create a hole, and then you just like swish it around until you're happy. Now I custom mixed this blue again. I just mixed some purple with some blue, and I think this was the closest shade I could get, and I loved it. I am now quickly just painting my blueberries, and then I cured them in my lamp for 60 seconds. These made me so happy. Oh my goodness, I loved creating this nail. Now it's time to add the little leaf. I really loved this detail. I thought it just made the whole nail look so fresh. She had 2 leaves on hers. I just decided to go in with 1 because my nails were a little bit shorter than hers. I am using the exact same solid glue gel I used to make the blueberries. I shaped it up nicely. I'm using my cuticle pusher, and I'm using the sharp edge to create those little leaf details, and then I painted the little leaf green, and then I cured for 60 seconds. How adorable is this nail, you guys? I decided to paint the blueberries matte and leave the nail shiny, and I love it so much. Onto the middle nail. This is going to be the watermelon slice and I'm laying a base of milky white. I did 2 coats, which I cured for 60 seconds. Trust me, the milky white does wonders with making the colors pop and overall just making the nail look delicious. I'm starting with the green, and we are basically marking or painting the outer shell, so it's a more darker green. And then I didn't show this, but off camera I painted a lightish sort of like neon green right underneath that, so that there's a little bit of contrast. Now I'm going in with my Meet Across cherry red shade. These sold out on Shein, you guys. Isn't that crazy? I'm so disappointed because I was so ready to link these so that you know you guys can also try them, but unfortunately they are still out of stock, so I'm so sorry about that. But when they are back in stock, I definitely recommend these. Such great quality, and look at that color. I immediately knew this is going to be the perfect shade to create the meaty part of my watermelon. Now I'm not gonna lie, I definitely struggled to ombre the red into the white and the green, but I knew that I didn't want it to be a solid like red or pinkish color all the way, so I used my fluffy what do you call it, nail art brush. Yes, I used my fluffy nail art brush just to help me blend up there. I also didn't show this, but I ended up going with another shade or another layer of the red along the free edge so that it's more concentrated. Now I am creating the little watermelon seeds, and I'm making them more like a teardrop shape. I mean, they are like teardrops, and I really enjoyed doing this nail. Watermelon has to be one of my favorite summer fruits of all time. I could eat an entire watermelon by myself, and every time I looked at this nail, I wanted to eat it. I loved how this nail turned out. Yay! Moving right along to the ring finger, which is the orange nail. I love this nail. I've done this nail art before on my shorts and on my TikTok, so I came onto this nail with such confidence. I knew I was gonna kill it. I noticed in the reference video she had a lemon nail, so it was like a yellow jelly color. Unfortunately, I don't have yellow, but I do have orange, so I decided we will do orange for this nail. I went in with 2 coats of the orange, and then we're going to start doing the peel. I'm using the orange for my Modelones color cube. By the way, this color cube comes in handy. The colors here are perfect summer colors, and it's solid gel, so it stays in place, so it's perfect for doing nail art. I made sure that I'm curving with the cuticle area and obviously not touching my skin. This is the peel, so I wanted to not make it too thick. Right after that, I went in with the white part. I'm using just a simple white gel, and I'm tucking it right next to that orange gel. By the way, I did cure the orange gel before doing this. I'd recommend you do the same. Once I was done with the white part, I also cured it in my lamp for 60 seconds. Now it's time to do the little membranes. I am just using a long liner brush, and we're marking where they're all gonna go. 1 line in the center, 1 line across, and then you're gonna go in between them and do more lines. You guys see what you see what I'm doing. You see what I'm doing. I'm terrible at describing at times, so yeah, just look at the image, don't listen to my voice. And once I was happy with these, I am now gonna go and round up the little triangles, and just to mimic a real orange. Once I was done with this step, I quickly cured in my lamp for 60 seconds. Sealing everything with my non-wipe top coat, because to do the little 3D elements, I'm going to be using my non-wipe solid top coat gel. I'm gonna call it that because I got it from Shein and there isn't really much of a description on there, so I'm giving it my own name. Now it took me some time to get used to the formula of this gel. It's just kind of hard to get used to when you're starting to work with it, but by the time I got to do the rest of the nails, I was a pro. Now to make sure you get the perfect blobbies, you want to swirl your brush in there and you want more product in the end of the brush. And then what I like to do is I like to swirl the gel, sort of like releasing it from the brush, and then I press down, dragging towards the center of the nail, and this creates the perfect teardrop shape, hands down each time. The best part about this gel is that it's non-wipe, so once I was done with the 3D elements, the nail was done. Love the orange nail, never fails. Let's quickly finish up with the pinky nail. On this nail we're doing the dragon fruit, and this design is the easiest out of all of them. I'm going in with my milky white gel. I cured it for 60 seconds. Now to do the seeds, I'm using a dotting tool and I'm doing all my little dotties and then I cured that for 60 seconds, and then I covered the entire nail with another layer of the milky white gel, and then I cured in my lamp for 60 seconds. The only thing I regret here is that I should have gone in with 2 coats of the second coat, so that the I don't know, I kind of felt like the coat I painted was too thin, and therefore I didn't get much of a contrast between the first layer of the seeds and the second layer. I hope that makes sense, you guys. But yeah, try and make the coat a little bit thicker, or go in with 2 coats and then do your dots again. That way they can be, like, it would look like some are far away and some are close. Oh my word, you guys get what I'm saying, you get it. I finished up this design with the bright pink shade from the Modelones color cube, and I'm going around the nail and trying to not make it too thick. I loved how it turned out. I kind of felt like this pink is what, you know, it helps give dragon fruit, but without it, it just looks like a plain nail with dots. I then cured it in my lamp for 60 seconds. Now, off camera, I decided to add extra detailing. I wanted to add some water drops just to make the nails look extra juicy. And to do this, I'm just using my top coat and my flashlight. To make them really realistic, you would drop your top coat, quickly cure it, and then go on top of that same drop, and then quickly cure, and then, you guys get me, and it gives the perfect water drop effect. And I'm going to show you guys really quickly what I mean in the close-up footage. I finished off this set with some cuticle oil, and you guys, please look at how realistic these water drops turned out. I am insanely in love. I love how these turned out. They look so juicy, so fresh, and I'm just like, I'm so happy. I'm beaming with joy. Please let me know down below which nail is your favorite. Heck, I don't have a favorite. I love all of them. They turn out amazing, and I really enjoyed making this video. I hope you guys can tell. Please do me a huge favor by clicking the like button, and most importantly, if you haven't, please subscribe and join in the family. We have fun over here. I'm gonna love and leave you guys. I hope you're having a phenomenal day wherever you are. Bye guys.